Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavi Bhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grinanti Bhurida Janaha Bhuvi Grinanti Bhurida Janaha. Sri Ramakrishna is talking to M and Dr. Madhu. Dr. Madhu is asking, the love transcending the three gunas means, in other words, the devotee is not under the control of the gunas. Three gunas, gunas of nature, gunas means qualities. Qualities in nature as qualities is different from qualities of matter. When we say qualities of matter, when we see this is hard, this is soft, when we say it is quality of that matter. Now, the hardness is independent of the matter. Matter is different, its quality is different. Now, when we say three gunas as nature, it is not nature, and the three gunas itself is nature. Nature is different, gunas are different. No. Here in the world, when we say within the realm of relative existence, when we say gunas, the material is different and its qualities are different. Now, fire is hot, water is cold, all these qualities and material, the adhara and adheya. It is adhara, the quality is adheya, it is substratum and supported. So here when we say Prakriti, nature has three gunas, it doesn't have three gunas. Haveness is not there. It is three gunas itself, because the material aspect, the Prakriti is power, energy. Energy is going to precipitate as matter, as the movement, and as the cognitive power. The power, energy itself is, the power is power of consciousness, Chaitanya. The absolute existence, it is conscious, ocean of consciousness. Chitta, Chit means consciousness. Chaitanya, Chaitanya's power. Chit Shakti, Chit and Chit Shakti. It's its own power, like I and my power to understand, to talk, to think. This my power, I and my power. Consciousness has always three powers: Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. So this power of God, or the absolute existence, is going to become the universe. When it's becoming universe, the latent power first becomes potent power. It gains potency. And the potent power, when it starts advancing with strong steps, it manifests as nature and as matter. Consciousness becomes potent energy, energy starts advancing because it has become dynamic now. Latent becomes potent, potent becomes dynamic. With dynamism, when the energy starts moving, it starts precipitating as matter. So this matter, the energy itself has become matter. In energy, there was tamas it became matter. Energy was movement, became the rajas. It has the power of cognition. It can see, it can understand. That became the senses and mind in the universe. So all this, the three things, gunas, when we say Prakriti gunas, Sattva, Raja, Tama, the Sattva is cognitive power, cognition, the process of cognition, seer and the seen. Seeing is always backed by, done by the senses, backed by the, received by mind, and intellect confirming it is presented to the self. The senses grasp, minds receive, intellect confirms, and is presented to self. Wall is there in front of me. Eyes are seeing, mind is telling it is wall from past memories. If memory fades, I cannot recognize anything. I cannot recognize my own disciple. Just a blank seeing, like a newborn baby. So we see that cognition is received by senses, conveyed to mind. Mind recognizes it and presents it to the intellect, buddhi. Indriya grahana. Manas recognizes it and buddhi confirms it, and this is presented to the self. The consciousness, individualized consciousness in the living being is called the Jivatman. So he receives the, oh, there is a power thing. What I have to do, he decides. So Sattva, Raja, Tama is there in the universe as power of, as cognition, as movement, and as matter. So these three we see. The love, Dr. Madhu is telling, the love transcends the three gunas means, in other words, the devotee is not under the control of the three gunas. Tamasic nature, nature is to remain like stone. Very difficult to make him work, very difficult to always lethargic, that type of life. Tamas. And Rajas is running about. It wants to display, it wants to attain, it wants to give. This running about is Rajas. And Sattva, to feel happy in others' happiness and all this. Now, love is independent of even that. It is for others' sake. There is a constant sacrifice where I am is absent totally. So I see, I make him happy. I am going to sacrifice. This I and doership, all this go away. Sattva is also not there. He is happy through my love, he is also not there. Master smiling. Yes, that's it. He becomes like a child, 5 years old, not under the control of any gunas. The master was resting after his noon meal. Mani Malik arrived and saluted him. Sri Ramakrishna remained lying on the couch and said a word or two to Mani. Mani Malik has come and saluted the master. Sri Ramakrishna remained lying on the couch. He has gone for rest. And said a word or two Mani. Mani, I hear you visited Keshav Sen. Master, yes, Mani is asking Sri Ramakrishna, I hear you visited Keshav Sen. Master, yes. How is he now? Mani, he has not recovered to any extent from his illness. Master, I found him to be very rajasic. I had to wait a long time before I could see him. The master sat up on the coach and continued his conversation with the devotees. Master to M, I became mad for Rama. How every moment of life is so precious. We have no time or leisure to talk to anybody, to tell anything to anybody. Now the discussion is going on regarding the Keshav Sen. Thakur is taking them from that. Of course, he is a devotee, everything is all right. There is things going on. And Thakur is taking care. And now let the time of the one who has come, let the time be not wasted. Let me again awake them to the spiritual world. Immediately Sri Ramakrishna is changing the subject. I became mad for Rama. I used to walk about carrying an image of Ramalala given to me by a monk. I bathed it, fed it, and laid it down to sleep. I carried it everywhere I went. I became mad for Ramalala. When the sadhu of Rampant comes to Sri Ramakrishna, he had a small image. And that image, the sadhu is to carry, is to worship, and the sadhu had realized the Rama's existence. God as Rama, he has realized, and the realization that he was sufficient for him, and the image he was carrying, Sri Ramakrishna sees, it is alive. It is moving about, talking to Sri Ramakrishna. It is becoming a boy and moving about. How it could happen, it is yet for us long way to see. Matter God to express through an image, the consciousness to manifest through a matter. How much of love and devotion, how much of sacrifice there must have been to offer that. So there we see Sri Ramakrishna observing it, and the Ramalala is unwilling to go with the monk after seeing Sri Ramakrishna. It wants to stay with Ramakrishna. With great pain and pangs, he gives that image to. He is a living being, living God, and he leaves that. And Lord, if you are happy with him, I want all that I need is your happiness. This body is going to fall off and come to you as yours. And take this, you go as you wish. So it comes running to Thakur, Sri Ramakrishna, and start living with regarding that image, which is living image of Ramalala. Same thing you see with Gopalarma, Krishna's image she is carrying, a living Krishna. When she comes to Ramakrishna, as Ramakrishna sees the Krishna, the small baby dangling his feet, is sitting on the breasts of mother. Like that we see here Ramlala, a living baby child of Rama. And that Sri Ramakrishna is telling, I became mad for Rama. I used to walk about carrying the image of Ramalala given to me by a monk. I bathed it, fed it, and laid it down to sleep. I carried it everywhere I went. I became mad for Ramalala. Now you see, this aspect of God which manifests in and through an image is called Archavatara. When some of the saints go to the pilgrimage center, God starts emerging out from that image. Image, as if image has disappeared, and God is getting down and coming down to the saint. Full of joy, full of love, he is moving about. This picture we see almost everywhere, that it's a beautiful, there are two processes even in the worship we do the prana pratishtha, asking Lord to come and dwell in it, manifest in and through that matter, and how much of strength, capacity, love, dedication, absolutely free from ego, and so near and clear to God. God is so near, clear, and intimate with the devotee. How that intimacy makes that God to manifest. When he invokes, when a saintly person who has lived an honest, pure life of universal love and sacrifice, he invokes God in an image, he does come. Because of the intimacy, dedication, love that the devotee pours on him. So he appears until the whole process is over. He'll be there with the Lord, the devotee, and God will be there to serve the whole whoever comes. After the invocation of God in the image, the last prayer the person offers is, as long as a devotee is yet to come to meet you here, be here. As long as people await for you, you have to be in this. And God does. Suppose a temple, a saint has come and invoked God, and a devotee would be coming 200 years after. Even in that, if the temple goes to dilapidated conditions, God stays in it, waiting for the one devotee who is going to come. So this expression of God in and through the image is called Archavatara. Similarly, we see God presenting himself in the physical form when the body and mind are absolutely pure. The body and mind moving about in the world, and in the world of especially enjoyments, becomes a matter-like thing. But the Sri Ramakrishna says, name of God, is it an ordinary thing? It purifies, it sanctifies body and mind. The name of God. A devotee goes on doing his spiritual practices, calling on God, weeping for God, praying to Him. He wants to transcend the nature and go. Constant suffering and bondage which we do not understand. Buddha could see the whole world as manifestation of dukkha and a way to transcend and enter a state where dukkha is not affecting. Man is suffering, but he doesn't know there is a suffering. He feels that everything is all right and this is life we have to face. But some recognize that constant suffering. It wants to. The time has come and he has gone through all the aspects of nature. Only bondage and suffering is there. So at that stage, he goes on calling on God with great love. And the name of God slowly purifies the whole thing. Body-mind complex. The mind especially, which contains so many dirt, imperfection, impurities. Even in the unconscious mind, the conscious mind is all right. We can avoid, hide and seek, do something. We can cheat ourselves saying, I am good. But reality remains something else. And even the unconscious mind, which has no access to anybody, including the oneself, that gets purified when the three streams flow together. One of constant japa, one of divine love, and one of wisdom. The japadhara goes on and on. Constantly the japadhara is going on. Japa is going on. And how we do japa is that it should enter the depths of our being with great love, japadhara. And premadhara is also going along with it. Lovingly I do the japa. And I use the jnanadhara. God is like this, God is like that. Knowledge and the same discriminative power. Oh, I don't want this world. To detach from the world, I need jnana. To identify the God, he is a nama gunagana. It is identifying the God. The identification of God and the detachment, dispassion towards the world are cultivated by this jnana. This jnana is constantly flowing to recognize God. It is loving, intimacy is developing, and japa is developing. All the inner dirt, like a Vishnu chakra, it clears off. You are just doing nama gunagana or repeating the mantra with love and dispassion. And the gunagana is recognizing. So this cleans down the whole thing. And then for feeling the living presence of God at all times, everywhere, we use another thing is the Leela Dhyana. Take up the Krishna's life, Rama's life, Ramakrishna's life, any life, and read some part of its life and try to meditate on it. The meditation on a avatara. Avatara Leela is eternal. What happened to my life from the childhood life will be as I am going, it is erasing. Nature is erasing. But Leela of God is never erased. It is kept alive all through. Anybody can enter the Leela anytime. It is presently happening there. Jatayu is fighting with Ravana. If you enter the Leela, it's happening in front of you. You are in the present. Leela never enters into past. It is ever present. Our life enters into past and disappear. Never to be seen again, never to be remembered or recalled. So this is the great differences we see from the earthly existence and the spiritual existence. They enter different dimensions. So here we see the clear presence of Lord. I am able to, in all the three-dimensional movement, the Lord is getting down, walking, coming, talking, just like a human. That as if it is happening in front of you, visualization. From understanding, we go to visualization. In visualization, it gets matured, and slowly the inner cleanliness gives us makes God to stand. Body is clean, mind is clean. God can come and stand in front of us. This is also an avatar of God. God presenting Himself in form in front of me as an objective reality. So this Sri Ramakrishna is talking about the Ramalala image. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.